Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session on March 6th, 2023, man. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do, man. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like, man. My best bets can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium. Just click that link in the description, man. Takes you right to my handicapper page. That's where you can find my long-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, seasonal, yearly. You can find all my bets for today's action, NBA, college hoops, hockey if I'm active, and you can find my $15 NBA Jam session play there as well, man. My best bet in the NBA every night, man. We did drop yesterday with the Boston Celtics. Hated to see that, man, as thought they were going to bounce back on their home floor, man. In the Knicks winning streak, the Knicks continue to be red hot. Won that game even without JB, man. So, interesting, man. We're going to try to bounce back today. We've hit 7 of our last 9. We go for 8 of 10 today, man. Bounce back Jay today, man, in the NBA on a Monday. Love tonight's play. Scoop it up, $15. You can follow me on Twitter as well, at ParlayGuyJ. And you can watch my live show today, as I do go live every day, man. 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, as we run through the card one more time. I have guests that pop in on that show as well, man. So check us out there. We drop a parlay on that show as well, man. So check me out there, man. Let's make some money today. We're going to smash this card per usual. 6 games. Let's make some money, man. And without further ado, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got a good one, man. We got the Celtics out on the road after letting us down yesterday, facing the Cleveland Cavaliers, a really dominant home team, man. And Cleveland's ranked 5, total 219. I am going to fade the Celtics after we rode them yesterday, and they let us down, man. I think the Cavs were, with the revenge factor from just last week, returned the favor on their home floor, man. Cleveland 22-11-1 against the spread on their home floor, man. 27-7 straight up on their home floor are the Cleveland Cavaliers. We know what that means, man. They go stupid, dummy, crazy on their home floor, man. And with the Celtics just beating them on the 1st of March in Boston, score now was 117-113. Cleveland came back in the end and got the backdoor cover, man. I think that they repay the favor on their home floor. I hate this spot for the Celtics, man. On a road back-to-back. Well, they played at home yesterday. Now they go out on the road after a double overtime loss, and you got to face the Cleveland Cavs? Oh, man, it's just a bad spot for them. I've not liked what I've seen from the Celtics, man. They blew the 27-point lead against Brooklyn, lost that basketball game. We're up. We're looking pretty good at half. It kind of melted away there. And then they lost to the Knicks yesterday, man, in a revenge game. So it was not a good spot for the Celtics tonight, man. I don't like it, man. I lean Cavs. I will say, continuously poking the bear in the Boston Celtics, man, is not somewhere I want to be for a long period of time. But I do think today is a spot to fade them, man. The Cavs go stupid, dummy, crazy at home. Working with quick revenge because Boston just beat them 117-113. I think the Cavs are the right side. We're going to ride them at home like we've done for majority of the season. We're going to get back on the Celtics soon, man. They let us down yesterday. Ended our streak on the $15 NBA Jam session play, man. We're going to fade them today. We're going to have our time to get back on them, but today, fading the Celtics, man. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Philadelphia 76ers out on the road facing the Indiana Pacers, man. Philly road favorites, ranked 6.5, total 233.5. Interesting matchup, man. The Pacers have kind of heated up here recently, man. They just played 4 straight road games. They won 3 of those, man, and they should have swept the road trip, to be honest. So they beat the Chicago Bulls 125-122. Nice win for them. What was that? Was that yesterday? Yesterday, yeah, they beat them yesterday, and but the game before that, you go lose to the San Antonio Spurs. You get hammered, low key, 110-99. They got hammered by the Spurs out on the road, man. The Spurs, huh? The same team that just lost back-to-back to Houston. NBA be weird sometimes, man. But they went on the road, beat my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, 124-122. Beat Orlando as well, 121-108. And kept it competitive with Boston their first game out of the break, man. Pushed that game to overtime, lost by 4. So 4 of the 5 games we've seen the Pacers play coming out of the break, man, they've actually looked pretty good. There's just the one clunker against San Antonio. We look at the Sixers, man. We had the Sixers in their last game 2 nights ago against the Milwaukee Bucks on the money line, man. We thought they were going to come out there and beat the Bucks in the winning streak, and that's exactly what happened. They lost in Dallas the game before that, 133-126. Beat Miami the game before that, 119-96. They've only won 2 of their last 5. They were in a little slump We thought they were going to come out of it against Milwaukee, and they did. And I think the momentum, quite honestly, rolls forward, man. I would not be surprised at all if Philly hammered this Pacers team tonight. I know the Pacers have been keeping games competitive, but I don't think so. Not tonight, man. I do think the Sixers are about to get back in that mode to, close out the season. And I think tonight this could be a 10-point win for the Sixers is how I'm looking at it, man. We're at that point of season, man, where you got to go off how you feeling. And all the numbers ain't going to tell you everything you need to know, guys. So we're just moving forward, man. I'm just telling you how I'm feeling. And I'm feeling like the Sixers are going to smack this Indiana Pacers team tonight. We saw them smack them the first time. It was in Philly, though, really early in the season, 120-106. The last meeting was in February. No, I'm sorry. It was in January on the 4th. The Sixers won that one, 129-126. That game did go to overtime in Philly as well. But I think the Sixers, man, are about to get back in that mode. Indiana, they've been playing better basketball coming out of the break, man. I like what I've seen, but not tonight, man. They're due for some clunkers like we've seen against San Antonio. I think tonight could be one of those where the Sixers are just too much for them, and they kind of put it to them even out on the road. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Portland Trail Blazers out on the road facing the Detroit Pistons, man. Portland laying 6.5, total 230.5. In this one, man, I lean Portland. I have a little concern about laying 6.5. I do definitely think they win this basketball game. Laying 6.5 gives me a little concern, as you know, they have not been playing good basketball, man. They have not, but I do lean their direction, man. We've seen them hammer this Pistons team once this season, 135-106 on the 2nd of January. The Pistons, man, they have everybody on this injury report. No Bojan tonight, no Isaiah Stewart, Killian Hayes day-to-day, James Wiseman day-to-day. The Blazers pretty banged up as well. Still no Nurkic. Anthony Simons looks like he's still out. The Blazers are the much better team. Do I want to lay 6.5? I lean that direction. I'm not rushing to the window to bet this one. The Pistons, they're in full-blown tank mode, guys. I'm going to just beat 1,000. Why is Bojan not playing today? He is not hurt. He's not playing because his team is tanking. They're trying to keep pace with the Spurs and the Houston Rockets. I mean, they're right there with them. So all three teams in the Wembanyama sweepstakes, man. So we got to watch these teams. I definitely think the Blazers win this game. Moneyline parlay type game. You can definitely throw the Blazers in there. Minus 260 is kind of huge, but I definitely think they win the game. I do lean the direction, laying the 6.5 as well. Detroit's not going to try to win this game, man. It should be a get-right spot for Portland. We've seen them just beat the Magic yesterday, 122-19. Liked them in that spot. We took them on the money line. They got to start stacking wins, man. They're still right in the thick of things, this Portland Trail Blazers team are. Just 4 games under 500. The emphasis is going to be put on winning every game moving forward. They win this basketball game. I lean them laying the 6, but again, not rushing to the window. As you know, we just seen them get hammered by Atlanta, hammered by New Orleans, hammered by Golden State. They did beat up on Houston, and then they just won yesterday against Orlando. So maybe their momentum's finna change here. I lean their direction. Laying 6.5, though, I have a little concern. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Atlanta Hawks out on the road facing the Miami Heat, man. Miami laying 3.5, total 227.5. Oh, reliable, man. We're going back to where we love to be, man. I know we got burnt the other night, man, but we're going right back to it, man. We're taking the Hawks, and we're not even going to take no points. We're going to take them on the money line as they do go in here and beat this Miami team today, man. Actually, the spot for the Hawks was just not a good spot for them in their last game, man. When we go back and look at it, they were just coming off a long homestand. They were on a back-to-back. Just wasn't a good spot for them. The Heat needed that win, so they got it. Today, no, sir. Miami takes an L on their home floor, man. Continuing to fade the number 1 team on my do-not-bet list. The worst home cover team in all of the NBA, man. We go through this every time we see them. Let's go look at it. They're still terrible. 9-21-2 against the spread on their home floor are the Miami Heat, man. I've only covered in 30% of their games, meaning 70% of the time they don't cover, meaning 70% of the time when we fade the Miami Heat at home, man, we have cashed out. Why stop now, man? I know we didn't cash in our last one, but that just means we go back to the well today. I do think the Hawks come in here and beat this Miami team, man. The Hawks have been playing better basketball. They had won 3 of their last 5, 3 of 4 before that last game, and they had beat Cleveland, Brooklyn, Portland, some pretty good teams in there, man. I do think they beat this Miami team. It's just a bad spot for them in their last game, man. This is what I'm going to roll with. I like the Hawks in a bounce-back spot today. We're back fading Miami, our favorite spot all year, man. Give me the Hawks on the money line. I like them to go into Miami and win this game straight up. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Toronto Raptors out on the road facing the Denver Chicken Nuggets, man. Nuggets laying 6.5, total 227.5. The golden rule, man. We do not fade the Nuggets on their home floor. The best home team in the NBA, man. They're rolling right now. They won 4 or 5, including 2 out on the road, man. Beat Cleveland out there. Really nice win, 115-109. Lost to Memphis. Memphis goes stupid, don't be crazy on their home floor. So not the end of the world. Beat the Clippers at home and covered 134-124 in overtime. Hammered the Rockets out on the road 133-112. Beat up on the Grizzlies in their last home game. We were definitely on them in that one, 113-97. It was a jam session play that day. And y'all know we love fading the Raptors on the road, man. It's it's just a perfect storm here. I will lay the points with the Nuggets. Toronto 13-19 against the spread out on the road, man. Going up against the best home cover team in the NBA. In the Denver Nuggets, man. 22-10-1 against the spread on their home floor. That's 68.8%. That's damn near 70% of the time they cover on their home floor, man. We're not fading them. They're in that mode right now. I'm not trusting the Raptors on the road. I know they did just win their last one. They took overtime to beat the Wizards, 116-109. Man, they lost to them the game before that on the road. Lost to Cleveland handedly out on the road, 118-93. Barely edged the Pistons out on the road, 95-91. This is also going to be the Raptors' 5th road game in their last 6 games. It's not a good spot for the Raptors, man. I think they do get absolutely hammered today by the Nuggets. We're laying the points, man. The golden rule. We don't fade them on their home floor. It's Nuggets or nothing when we see them at home. We're actually going to ride them here today. Lay the 6.5, as I do think the Nuggets continue rolling and put it to the Toronto Raptors in this one tonight at home. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got the New Orleans Pelicans out on the road facing the Sacramento Kings. Sac home favorites laying 5, total 239. Sacramento just dropped their first game after the All-Star break to the Minnesota Timberwolves after being red hot, man. Beat the Clips, beat Oklahoma City twice, beat the Clips again. You know, I like what I've seen from the Kings coming out of the break, man. They got that 3rd seed right now looking really good. They could possibly get up to 2, if they keep this little thing rolling. But tonight, I got to fade them, man. I think the Pelicans cover this line, if not win the game outright, man. I know they've lost 4 of their last 5. I know Sacramento has won 4 of their last 5. It's a bad spot for the Pelicans as well. 5th road game in their last 6 games, but we've already seen the Pelicans hammer this Kings team once already this season, 136-104 on the 5th of February. And tonight, I think the Pelicans are just the hungrier group, the more desperate group. And I think they pull this one out, man. I'm going to take the 5 in my back pocket, though. But I do think the Pelicans mess around and win this basketball game. Just 2 games under 500, man. They still have everything to play for. Their whole season's right there in front of them. And I think they get it done tonight, man. Let's look at the standings in the Western Conference. The Pelicans are in the 9th spot right now, man. 3 games behind the Clippers, 2 games behind the Mavs, and then Minnesota's only 3 games up. Golden State's only 3 games up. The West is really tight right now, man, and, I think the Pelicans pull this one out. I say all I have to say, man, with their whole season still in front of them, everything to play for. In the West, 1 through 13 is still alive right now. It's kind of crazy, but I'm leaning Pelicans, man, in this one. I think they do win this game possibly, but I definitely think they keep it competitive and cover the 5-point line. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on March 6th, 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like, man. My best bets can be found over at pickdawgz.com. Just click that link in the description. Takes you right to my handicapper page, and that's where you can find my long-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30, monthly, seasonal, yearly. You can also find all my bets for today's action, college hoops, NBA, hockey, and you can find my $15 NBA Jam Session play there as well, man. We did drop yesterday, man. We looked to bounce back on that play. The Celtics let us down, man. Lost to the Knicks on their home floor. They're in a funk right now. The Knicks are red hot. They won the game even without Jalen Brunson. Hey, it happens. We've hit 7 of our last 9, man. We go for 8 of 10 tonight in a bounce back spot. $15, man. Ride with me as I do love tonight's play, man. We bounce back today, so Again, thank y'all for watching. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. I'll see y'all at the usual time later today, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Run through the card one more time. 6 games today. We're going to try to smash them per usual. We're going to make some money today, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. I'll see y'all later, and I'm out. Peace.